Shalom, family trendsetter. Real quick, I want to come on here and give you my brief commentary before showing you a video of the arrest of Roger Stone, Donald Trump advisor, by the FBI this morning. Now, before I go into the video, I want to explain something to y'all. The Democrat is not going to give Donald Trump any money for this so-called war. Why? Because they know that Donald Trump is going down next. He's going to be impeached, and he's also going to be indicted. And this is one of the reasons why you see him buddy-buddy with Russia, because I personally believe him and his family, his kids, is going to flee to Russia and pretty much hold up asylum over there. That's what I personally believe. You see, they're not going to give Donald Trump any money to build any wall, to leave a legacy behind. You know, your commander-in-chief pretty much have promised y'all that he was going to get the wall built and Mexico was going to pay for it. A failed promise, you know, it's a campaign promise by your president, your commander-in-chief, Donald Trump. Now, I want y'all to understand something. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff going on with the Democrat. Now the Democrat have the House. I'm telling you, they're going full force after Donald Trump and anybody that's affiliated with Donald Trump. So I want y'all to stay tuned for the video of the arrest of Roger Stone, Donald Trump chief advisor. With that, I say shalom.
This is what happened this morning before sunrise, just before 6 a.m., when Roger Stone, longtime Trump associate and advisor, was taken into custody by the FBI. There's a moment of audio on here that I want to play for everyone, because this is what the first sounds that Roger Stone woke up to this morning was the FBI pounding on his door and shouting this. I want to just play this for a moment. And you pointed out that when the second time when they say FBI warrant, you'd like to know if that meant search warrant or arrest warrant.
I mean, it's clear there's an arrest warrant because he's been indicted. And the question, I think, is did they serve another warrant, a search warrant, at the same time? You know, we'll know that, I think, probably soon enough. If the agents stayed and went into the house and spent time there, the answer will be probably yes. If they all left when they took Stone out, then the answer is probably no.
You've also been pouring through. Hang on one second, David. You've also been pouring through this, and just so people know maybe why the FBI showed up in force, they allege high-level obstruction here by Roger Stone. The extent he went to lie and deceive and to dodge and to tamper, according to this indictment, is extraordinary.
Joining us now is CNN producer David Shortell. He was on the scene when this happened in Fort Lauderdale. Tell us everything that transpired this morning.
Allison, an extraordinary moment. We were here at 5 a.m. waiting for whatever was going to happen. It was dark, 6 a.m., just after the hour. About a half dozen police vehicles with sirens, but no sound. Silent sirens pull in front of this Fort Lauderdale home where Roger Stone was presumably asleep. The lights were off in the house. About a dozen officers, FBI agents wearing tactical vests and with large weapons, fanned out across his front lawn. One went up to the house and rapped on the door, shined a flashlight inside, said, "FBI, open the door." Moments later, as you heard in the video, it said FBI warrant. That's what the agent said. We then saw a light go on the second floor, and moments later, there was Roger Stone in the doorway. That was our video exclusively you saw shot by Gil De La Rosa. An extraordinary arrest here in Fort Lauderdale this morning.
What was Roger Stone's reaction? Did you watch them take him into custody?
We were being moved away as it was happening. We were trying to bring you as much as we could as it was happening. We saw Roger Stone come to the door, obscured by an FBI agent. He was not wearing his usual attire, which is, as we know, these fancy suits. He was in sleepwear. He had his glasses on. He did say, "Yes, I'm Roger Stone," and then we were moved before we saw them actually take him into custody. But many lights, heavy weaponry, they were taking him away for what we now know is a pretty hefty indictment.
Could you hear Roger Stone saying anything? Was there any kind of discussion between the agents and Roger Stone?
The agent asked him, "Are you Roger Stone?" and he confirmed yes. That was the extent of the discussion that we were able to overhear from our perch before we were moved. But it was friendly. As you know, some of these warrants, these arrests, these middle of the night operations like this don't always go smoothly. This went very smoothly. The operators, the FBI agents fanned out across his lawn silently before they shined that flashlight in and then first started shouting, FBI, open the door. Roger Stone appeared to surrender without any issue.
Absolutely. I mean, when the FBI takes this approach, it's because they think there's a possibility of the arrest not going smoothly. I mean, that's why they take all of those precautions. But what's so fascinating is that we've talked to his attorney. The attorney didn't know this was coming. Clearly, Roger Stone didn't know this was coming. You were staked out at his house. You didn't know that this was coming. Why were you there in position?
Allison, it's a reporter's instinct. The whole Russia team thought maybe something was happening. There was some unusual grand jury activity in Washington, D.C. yesterday. The grand jury, Robert Mueller's grand jury, typically meets on Fridays. Yesterday, a Thursday, there was grand jury activity. We also had some other signs that maybe something was going on this angle, the Roger Stone angle. So we showed up at his house this morning. We were the only ones there, and lo and behold, the FBI agents did come and arrest him. I'll make a note. When Paul Manafort